One quick thing, and then we want to have a song, okay? All right, go for it.
Thank you all for coming.
I don't know how quick I'm going to be. John T. was a man who was beautiful. When I first met him, when I first moved here, he met me with a smile, and he goes, "I got a story to tell you." And about 3 hours later, I walked away. My feet were sore. I wanted to sit down, but I didn't. I see cameras pointed at me, as well as microphones. Keep pointing. I'm making a point with the things that are pointing at me. They're a lens onto me and everyone here. They're pointed in all different directions. If I go like this is like a lens. I can see all of you. Today, there's 4 new lenses, 4 new ways of viewing the world. And they're the bullet holes in John T.'s back.
Right. That's right.
4. It's the truth told in all 4 directions. The 4 winds. The beginning of who we are as a people. Everything we stand about. John T. was doing something was common and customary to us. He was making a thing of beauty that the world has deemed as art. We have taken on that phrase, and he was a fabulous artist. He carved from his heart, from the blood that coursed through his veins of a multitude of carvers that preceded him, called his family. There's a thing that's customary to all Native Americans. Across that border down south that they drew, they call Mexico, where those people that were native folks just like us, their blood was tainted by the Spaniards. And some people curse at them, call them Mexicans. But they're our brothers and sisters. In fact, they had all of California, Oregon, Montana, all those Mexican-sounding, Hispanic-sounding names were Native America. They were stolen by the feds. The feds require me to have a number. They also put us on reserves. They call them reservations here, but it's a reserve like an animal goes on. And they have a law that protects us. They protect our art, our things that's sacred honor, the speaker's staff that I hold. And the feather here, the eagle, it's an endangered species, like this tree, the western red cedar, that they've almost stolen every one of.
If you have an eagle feather, you go to prison.
Now, John T. is an artist. He was a Native man in the moment of creating said art, beauty, Native American beauty that the world has wanted. They've been fascinated with this the moment we were so-called discovered. If I walk into any person's house and discover their couch, the keys to their Cadillac, and their home, and I kick them out, am I any different than Columbus? Or these people that stand here and create these laws and tell us we must abide by? And the dust on our shoes is the dust of our ancestors. The same dust on that cop that put bullet holes in his back in less than 40 or 60 seconds. Now 60 seconds is a great thing if you're a racer, but John T. was an easygoing man. He had a slow nature, and he hobbled across the street with his broken old native body, with his carving cradle in his hand, as we've all seen, and the lens, back to the lens folks, of the camera on that police unit. And right behind him with a gun in hand, ready to kill, angry, full of hatred, steeped in ignorance from their forefathers who came across on a ship with white sea spraying in their face with a white sail. And in their hands and in their quarters they had white paper with black letters on it that didn't mean shit. And now we live under white rules on red man's land. And the red man's blood was spilled 4 times with 4 bullets in less than 60 seconds.
5.
What happened with that?
1 in the face.
Right in the forehead. They took him right in the forehead.
4 in the back. 1 in the face.
Justifiable, or is that outright bloody murder?
That's murder! That's murder!
No matter what corner of this globe or this universe or anywhere you stand where anything may or may not exist, even in...
If you or I did it, we'd all be in jail.
That is murder.
That's murder!
John T. had not even 1 split second of those 60 seconds to announce
and
who he was, what his business was.
3-inch knife.
And if a policeman
3-inch knife, which is legal to have.
What?
How do you feel threatened 10 feet away with a 3-inch knife?
Yeah,
And
how do you
policeman's answer
feel
was
threatened?
10 feet away.
The answer was from the policeman, the justifiability was the lunge forward to the officer, which we all see and everyone that witnessed was a retreat. Hence the bullet holes in his back. That is not a forward motion. That is a retreat. He didn't even have knowledge. John T. was deaf, legally deaf,
Murder!
and legally blind. A deaf and
Murder!
blind man.
That's
was
what
shot.
they did. They murdered our brother.
If the chief of police, I want the chief of police to respond within 24 hours to an answer to every one of us, not just the Native people, but the entire world is watching this. We need an answer within 24 hours, or I want him to resign, or we need to fire him. He cannot okay a murderer. He's a thief. He took the life of an endangered man. We are an endangered species.
And she's still walking
We're
free.
less than 1% of this nation's population. We used to be 100%. We are an endangered human species. And he took the life of us. That's a federal offense. We are, as a,
Man, don't play games with me, man.
yeah,
I'm a First Nation. I know
that's
what
right.
I'm talking about.
Exactly. We are First Nations people. And they took his life.
We're all one nation. We're all natives.
If
How many people out here are not natives?
Leprechaun right here. From my island. My own state. My own country. And I should take care of everybody.
Goodness church.
So,
Goodness church.
I'm going to give this back to this man.